Hello folks, and welcome to series of video tutorials from cacenter.in. Now in today's video we are going to see how we are going to find the expected return for a security. Now we have a simple problem before us. Now let's read the problem. The following information is available in respect of the return from security X under different economic conditions. Economic condition good, the return is 20% and the probability for this outcome is 0.1. Economic condition average, the return is 16% and the probability is 0.4. Economic condition bad, the return is 10% and the probability is 0.3. And economic condition poor, the return is 3% and the probability is 0.2. Find out the expected return of the security and the risk associated with that. Now for this given data, we have to find out the expected return and the risk. Okay, let's proceed. Expected return. Now we can find the expected return for a security based on its past earnings or probability for future returns. Now if we go by the past returns, we do it by simple average of its past returns, and if we are given the estimates of its futures and the probabilities, we can arrive at the return by using the formula sigma probability and return. Now in this problem we are given the probability for each expected return, so let's find out the Now let me type here the economic condition good, average, bad, poor, or return. If the economic condition is good, the return is 20%. If the economic condition is average, the return is 16%. If the economic condition is bad, 10%, and if the economic condition is poor, the return is 3%. Now probability for each of these economic conditions. The probability for economic condition to be good is 0.1. The probability for economic condition to be average is 0.4. The probability for economic condition to be bad is 0.3, and the probability for the economic condition to be poor is 0.2. Now I have my sigma PR, so it is equal to return into 0.1, 16 into 0.4, 10 into 0.3, and 3 into 0.2. Now I have my sigma. This is my sigma PR. So my sigma PR is equal to 12%. So my expected return for the security X is 12%. Now the question also asks us to find out the risk associated with the security X. We all know that the risk associated with security is found out by finding out the standard deviation. So we have to find out the standard deviation for this security X. So let's go ahead and solve that. To find out the standard deviation, we are going to find out the deviation for each return, which is nothing minus R minus R naught, which is nothing but mean return. So it's equal to 20 minus 12, 16 minus 12, 10 minus 12, and 3 minus 12. Then I'm going to find out the d square, which is nothing but the square of the deviation. So equal to 8 into 8, 64, 4 square, 2 square, minus 9 square. Then I'm going to find out probability multiplied by d square. Probability multiplied by d square. So for the first case, the probability is 0.1 and d square is 64. So 0.1 into 64 is 6.4. For the second one, 0.4 into 16, which is equal to 6.4, and for the third one 0.3 multiplied by 4, and for the last one it is 0.2 multiplied by 81. So total sigma PD square is 30.2. We all know that this formula for standard deviation is equal to square root of sigma PD square. Here the value of sigma PD square is 30.2, so standard deviation is equal to square root of 30.2, which is 5.49 percentage. So my expected return for security X, so my expected return for security X is 12%, and risk associated for security X is 5.49%.